And then, okay, I think, oh my God. Oh my gosh, we are
Are
live.
we
We're
officially
live.
live?
And our post Thanksgiving look, my post Thanksgiving look.
Well, it's definitely better than my 7 p.m. look on a Friday afternoon. So you're good.
Oh my gosh, you ladies look amazing. Okay, I just interrupted like a mega conversation flow, bonding moment, chatting amongst ourselves about children and giving back and the impact that we can have around the world. But it was too good of a conversation to keep just amongst the three of us. So, Liapa, could you go ahead and just quickly, or take as long as you want, introduce yourself and also the organization you represent?
Absolutely. I'm super, super excited to be here and to embark on this journey that we're about to go on in the next couple of days. My name is Liapa Nakazwe Masia, and I currently am the CEO of an organization called L&M Leadership Advisory. And a lot of the work that I do is working with executives on coaching work, helping with executive search in NGOs, but also in my other job, I am a board member of an organization called Rise, and that's the reason why I'm here and super, super excited. And Rise is a global NGO that helps children in crisis, and we help and support them through education, but leveraging elements of play. So we operate in a number of countries across the world, and everything is centered around the early childhood development stage. So super excited to be part of this exciting challenge.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, Kim, tell us who you are, and then I'll introduce myself, and then
Yeah, I'm Kim Sorrell, and I started my first business when I was 18 years old. And so business has been my gig my whole life. I've been an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurship, I think, naturally leads into wanting to do more for the world, give more to the world. I think as an entrepreneur, that's kind of your goal anyway, is what can you do to make the world a better place? And so being able to be involved in organizations like Rise to help them in any way I possibly can is amazing to me. Before we went on air, before we went live, we were talking about I run a nonprofit organization too, and so many of us have the same goals in mind. You know, it's all about helping people. There's It's sad that in 2025 we have places in our world that don't even have clean water. You know, that we have places in our world kids have no chance for an education. We have places in our world where there's no prenatal care, there's no medical care whatsoever, and people are living with that. And meanwhile, we're throwing food away from our refrigerators, and it just makes my heart ache. And so, if we can do something to help people, and not everybody can go. That's one of the things we were talking about, is not everybody can just grab a plane ticket and fly on over to Kenya and go volunteer, whatever. But they can help organizations that are doing that, that do have things set up in different countries to help people, like Rise. Their education program is beyond. It's something that honestly, it's like better than most of our kids get in the United States because of the way they incorporate things. And that's one thing that I love about Rise, is it's not just doing, but it's
Mm.
doing it better than anybody else is doing it. And which changes everything. It changes everything. So I love it. So it's just awesome to be involved in, and I love it.
I'm so excited. So we'll also have Liapa introduce Rise, just so people know who that you are and everything like that. But quickly, I am Kristen Gutierrez. I'm known as the Say Yes Queen for Say Yes and Figure It Out, but also an entrepreneur on accident. As of 2 years ago, really truly living in my purpose, helping other people make more money. And I do that through my 20-year corporate sales background, all of my business acumen, and then just literally like relentless belief that I cannot give up, that failure is not an option, that we have to keep pursuing how to hone and refine our skill set. And now I'm so blessed and honored to be able to teach others how to do the same. I am also a keynote speaker and a two-time best-selling author. So we're here today, and Liapa will introduce Rise so that everybody knows who it is. But we're here today because we're holding a challenge to benefit Rise, the nonprofit, the week of December 8th, right? And it's going to be a really fun, playful challenge that we'll talk about here, the more details of it. But before we get ahead of ourselves, why don't you just also tell us a little bit about Rise and the awesome work you do around the world?
How fantastic. Well, I am honored to share with you what we do at Rise. So Rise is a global NGO. It's the full name is Rise Alliance for Children. And what we do is ultimately we help children in places of crisis, whether it's political, geopolitical, whether it's war-torn countries, whether it's natural disasters. We help empower those children through education. And it's usually centered at the early childhood development stage. And how we do that is through education. And we believe in the power of play. So we educate kids in different ways of leveraging play to able to learn. And this is basic, your math, your English, but also your executive functioning skills and your social skills. And even more recently, skills that enable you to engage with the community and your family and those around you. And we realize that there's a lot of kids that get to be neglected because of the political crisis that's happening. And so the first thing that goes away is the education. So being able to provide this to a lot of children is so powerful because it has a huge impact in terms of the trajectory of their lives. And a lot of the work that we do, because we can't do it as the small team that we do, is we actually enable the primary care providers as well as the educators in the different countries that we work. So we have train the trainer programs where we help train the teachers to be able to train the kids. And so it spills off. So if you think about it, it's a little bit like a ripple effect where we're at the center, we drop the little pebble into the ocean, and then it just ripples. And the impact that we've had over the last couple of years is phenomenal. It's humbling to see the little kids that have gone through our program and how they have social skills. They can engage with their families. They feel confident when they go to school. They love learning, and then this is stuff that they wouldn't have exposure to. So, as an NGO, our mission is to continue to create the ripple effect and to continue to empower children, their providers, as well as the teachers in their facilities to be able to make a difference. And just to give you a sense of some of the countries that we operate in, it's from an African perspective, we've been in Ethiopia for the last 20 years. We've got a team in Haiti. We've got Vietnam. We've got Palestine. We've got Israel. We've got the Bronx. So it's quite broad, but it's centered around the fact that these kids are going through trauma and they need an outlet where they can actually learn, thrive, play, and just be kids. So that's why I'm so passionate about the work that we do, because it's beyond just making a difference today. It's making a difference forever.
So good.
I love it. I'm like, I know Kim's dying to say something or ask. Go
Oh,
ahead.
please do.
It's just so good. I mean, it's just so real. There's so many people that don't get a chance to travel anywhere. I mean, we kind of talked about that a little bit, but it's true. You know, you might see things on TV, or you might hear things in the news, or you might see things, but you know, some people never leave the United States. Some people never leave their communities, and when you get to go experience other places and go see how most of the world lives, what a lot of people have to deal with, trauma is huge, man. Like people that are in trauma, if you don't deal with the trauma, that's a lifelong thing. That's a lifelong affliction that
Yep.
you'll never get beyond. And so many people don't know how to deal with trauma. They have no resources to deal with trauma. Like it's survival. In so many places, it's just about, am I going to have food today? Am I
Yep.
going to have water, clean water today? Can I make my water clean today? Am I going to, you know, it's just survival, 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 and not thinking ahead of what is this trauma doing to me, and how can I deal with the trauma? So to have something out there for kids that really, it's giving them a shot at life that they wouldn't have otherwise. It's giving them a chance that they would not have otherwise. It's not like, oh, wow, there's all these great trauma programs out there and Rise is just another one. It's not true. Organizations like Rise are few and far between, and there's millions, literally millions of kids dealing with trauma in some, you mentioned Israel and Palestine, and in area Haiti. There's not a kid that lives in Haiti that doesn't deal with trauma. I mean, gangs have taken over the country. It's probably the toughest place in the world to be living right now, or at least in the top 3. And so to be there and recognize trauma's for real, And if you can deal with it while they're kids and empower them to deal with their own trauma while they're learning. So they're learning, growing, whatever through play. So they're actually smiling, laughing, happy in the middle of the trauma. Like it just doesn't get any better than this. So it's so important and so amazing. And so anybody who joins the challenge, it means you get to be a part of this. It means you get to be a part of what Rise is doing. It means you get to learn more about it as we go. But it also means to, kind of the goal is for you to figure out, what about you? Where's your place in the world? Where do you fit into this? And maybe it's Rise, maybe it's another organization, but where do you fit in? And so the challenge is giving opportunity to people to figure out, well, okay, I'm sitting back here pretty fat and sassy, comfortable, like I turn on my water, I can put a cup right underneath and drink it. You mean there's people that can't do that? You mean there's people that are just living in constant war zones, and yeah, there is. So where's your part? Is there a part you want to play? So doing this challenge just opens those doors. It'll just open your mind to be able to think about things and think about, well, do I fit in somewhere? Is there something I could be doing to help the world?
Yeah, and I love that the fact that you say, what could I be doing to help the world? Because I think a lot of the time that's what we're missing. You tend to find that you have success in your corporate life, in your family life, but there's always something that just doesn't feel connected, or there's a bit of a disconnect. And I think a lot of it stems from the fact that we're not plugged into the bigger ecosystem, which is the broader world that we live in. And it's about, where do you find your passions and your gifts aligning, where you can actually make a difference. And it could be with children, like with Rise, or it could be with the elderly, it could be with animals, it could be anything. But I think just that awareness of there is something bigger than myself, and there's an impact that I can leave behind, or call it a legacy, that is relevant to me giving back. That's something that I think everybody is striving for in some shape or form.
So good in the fact that Rise exists and we have an ability to plug into this. So if we can, let's talk quickly about the challenge happening. It's starting December 8th, and it's meant to be like a playful way to engage and to both learn more about Rise Alliance for Children, but also like tap into our own inner, like you both are saying, like what is the call to impact for us? Like what is that on our heart? And the coolest thing is the challenge is totally free. So we will have, like, just comment below right now if you want to play with us, and we'll drop links and we'll send emails and we'll do all the things. But we wanted to go live, and we wanted to share this so that you could see the calling on our hearts, and you could plug into the calling in your heart. And then also just to meet Liapa, as she's a representative of Rise and all of the incredible things you're doing around the world. So we'll have a chat, we'll have a welcome party on Monday, we'll have a celebration party on Friday. It'll be a week of fun. And Liapa, I know this is not the first time you've run this challenge. So is there anything to get everybody excited, like why they would want to join? Like what would it
Oh
be?
my word, so many reasons. I mean, the main one is it's actually so much fun. I mean, the fact that you are with a community of people who are like-minded, and you're all exploring, learning about yourselves, and being challenged and being stretched. That for me is probably like the biggest thing I can say about it. I think one of the things that I experienced when I first started this was that apprehension of, oh my word, I have to go live and I have to record something and I've got to share something with the community of people that are probably not 10% of. But you soon realize that it actually is so empowering for you as an individual, being able to stop, reflect on the dares, and actually stretch yourself and actually share it. And I can't, yeah, so fun, community, and just learning and stretching. Those are the words that come to mind when I think about the challenge. And I'm excited about the fact that we're able to share the Rise Challenge, because it is now that and so much more as a community continues to grow.
So good. And I would throw this in that if you've never been involved in anything like this before, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, well, how much time is it going to take? Like, is it all day? Like, what is it going to do? And really, this is something that fits into your life, because believe it or not, the internet's 24/7. So it doesn't matter if you are on at 9 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night or 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter what time you do what or whatever. And it's not, so it's on your time. It fits into your life. You fit it in however it fits in, and take as much time as you want to take. You know, if it's 5 minutes a day that you're going on and you're looking at the deer and you're doing it, you're reflecting, great. You know, if you spend more time than that, great. But it's so individual, but yet as a community, it's like the perfect thing, because it's for everybody who wants to stretch themselves a little and, you know, be a little challenged. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, but that's kind of the beauty of it, is if you challenge yourself and you really do it, you get into it and you really challenge yourself, by Friday you're a different person than you were Monday when you went in.
So good.
Absolutely. And Kim, I love the fact that you're saying you can do it whenever, because when we did the original challenge, all of us were in different time zones. I mean, you've got some of us sitting in Africa, you've got others in the UK, you've got others in Vietnam, in the US. So I think the ability to be able to plug in whenever it suits your lifestyle and your schedule is phenomenal, because you then don't get that sense of missing out. And the nice thing about the days is, even if I'm a day late for whatever reason, I can still catch up, which is so much fun.
Yeah, I was going to echo the same. It's like 5 minutes a day. And then the byproduct is this community of other people who have gone through the challenge and who will go through it for the first time or the next time. And so everybody who signs up to play with us, we'll be collecting ourselves in a Facebook group with for the Rise Alliance. And yeah, we can't wait. I mean, any closing thoughts to wrap this thing up? Monday, December 8th. Come hang out with us.
Join now.
Yeah, just do it. Just do the thing, and
Do the
just
thing. There we go.
join. Yeah, and it's free. Like a lot of times these things cost, they can cost a lot of money, but because we just had Thanksgiving, because it's the season of giving, because it's the season to, you know, like I always look at this time of year as a time to grow. Like if you're going to grow any time of the year, this is the time, right? As you
Yeah.
prepare for however it is that you celebrate the holidays, but you reflect on things like family and what's important to you and whatever. So this is like perfect timing for this. And so why not? There's not a reason to not join. Just join and have fun. See what it's like and have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, see you there. Do the thing. Don't wait for opportunity. Create it with the Rise Alliance for Children.